Yeah, facts. Nah, I
We
think we're
on?
live.
Okay.
Yes, sir, we're live, man. Yo, like this is like 4K. I fuck with this angle. Like, you feel
Yeah,
me?
the quality is definitely different. All right, so we live chat. What's up? I know y'all been in here waiting. I appreciate y'all for
Yeah, because we moved it up, so that's my fault. So I don't want for me, like, you feel me, right? Like, we moved it up from it's supposed to be 10, but we like moved it up to
hold on,
what's up?
Flacco. I'm getting an echo.
Oh, Whirly?
My bad, my bad. I was getting the echo. Yeah. Like Flacco was saying, we moved it up. It was supposed to be 10.
Yeah.
Appreciate the schedule shift. Appreciate everybody for being here. Chat, y'all go ahead, have your conversation. We're going to kick this off. What I want to do is just basically set the stage from jump, from where this whole thing started, from my role in it. I think it was Saturday. I saw a video came on my feed from Doku D. Shout out to him. I mentioned him in the initial video. That video
I'm not familiar,
Yeah, he's a smaller creator, no disrespect.
Okay,
We all started off small.
Facts.
But he made
We're all
a
small,
really
to be
good
honest.
video. Correct. He made a really good video just addressing from him. He said he became a fan and a sub to your channel during the Chud the Builder saga, like a bunch of people did. And he saw, I think it was 2 videos by Point and Shoot, which addressed a lot of anti-blackness, a lot of disrespect to the black community, a lot of glazing white supremacy and Trump and Nick Fuentes and the Proud Boys and all of that. He didn't include all of that in his video, but he just kind of addressed it on a surface level, which made me then do a deeper dive into the Point and Shoot videos, which I'm gonna just be honest with you, as a black American that loves black people, that's raising black babies, that love black women, was very disturbing to see you just blatantly disrespect black people in the black community. I mean, it was kind of like egregious. You talk shit about the black community. You refer to us as Negroes nonstop, which is crazy because I haven't heard Negroes since white people was yelling that shit in the 1960s. You know, you wish death on black people nonstop. You said you hate niggas. You were glazing a racist white dude that was saying the N-word and saying he's the realest white boy ever.
Nick Fuentes or
no, not Nick Fuentes. It's crazy. There's 2 of them, but not Nick Fuentes. It was another white guy. I can show you the clip. And then it was, I mean, it goes on. You wrote in a comment section calling black people pookies and talking about us standing in welfare lines and Section 8 lines, just straight anti-black disrespect, which again is disturbing for a lot of people that know you now, that see you now, and you're super pro-black, super supporting the black community against people like Officer Tatum and Candace Owens and all these people when you literally sounded like them 6 months, a year ago. It's very disturbing for a lot of people in my community and out there just in general. So I guess real quick, just to finish setting the stage. I dropped a video based off what I saw from Doku D's video, from Point Shoot's video.
I see the last video. Sorry. So no. Sorry. So sorry if I'm like a tad bit like kind of like behind. So I seen the last video, but I am aware of the narrative, right? So if you reference something from the first video, and like you feel me, and like I'm like a tad bit like behind, is I'm playing right is because I've seen the second video, which is the last one, right?
Okay, I'll completely stay off the first video. So if we just go to the second video,
no,
it's all the same stuff.
Yeah.
So if we just go to the second video, right? My response. The second video I made, which I wasn't even going to make a second video, but the second video I made was in response to your apology, which in my opinion was a big ass non-apology. You addressed being a conservative. You apologized for people being offended by some vague things that they may have been offended by. But in fact, the criticisms of you, Flacco, were for you being anti-black, you shitting on the black community, you aligning with white supremacists like Nick Fuentes, Trump, the fucking Proud Boys, you glazing Trump, who is the most unlike president in modern American history, which makes it look even crazier because it seems like you switched up when it stopped being cool to be MAGA.
Well, no, because so like just a clip actually from 2024, right? When I left LA and then came back. While Trump was running against Kamala, like, right? And there's clips of me on like Don't Jumper News where I'm saying I'm voting for Kamala. I'm right, and this was like 2024, right? But bro, so so that one, and then oh my god, and then the second one, which is like the with the death of porn rappers. So the again, like the specific people that I wish death upon, it was, I think it was Future, it was the street rappers. And the reason why I took a stance that harsh was because my thought process was, these people are leading our youth to a graveyard or jail. So my thought process was, again, and it might have been harsh as well, was I'm wishing the exact same thing upon them that they're causing to other black men and to our youth, right? Now, I do understand, like, out of context, like, that might be harsh, right? But that was my mindset, you feel me, right? With like Nick Fuentes, bro, listen, bro, again, I completely dropped the ball. The Nick Fuentes stuff, I think, was like 2022, 2023, right?
Okay, wait. So if the Nick Fuentes was in 2022, 2023, you said in your apology video that your wake-up call was the rise of white supremacy and white Christian nationalism.
Of course.
What's the timeline of that? Because 2023 and 2022, Nick Fuentes came out in 2017.
Of course.
The Groypers was out in 2017. The fucking insurrection, January 6th, was 2021.
Of course. Of course.
Stephen Miller got exposed for having white supremacist emails on his server or database in 2015, 2016. And that expose came out in 2019, which means you were fully aware that white supremacy was on the rise, that white nationalism was on the rise.
No, right? But, right? And that's where I take accountability to, my brother, was, again, bro, like, even if you watch that, like, if you watch that Nick Fuentes stuff, like, you can clearly hear it again, bro. Like, again, I was like completely like uneducated, ain't really know what's going on. With the Nick Fuentes stuff, again, I dropped the ball completely because, again, I heard about Nick Fuentes, I think in 2022 when he did, like, I think like Abba and Preach, when he did like Fresh and Fit, and during that interview, right? I asked those questions of, hey, are you racist? Hey, do you say the N-word, blah, blah, right? And he did a very great job at evading and concealing his intentions. I dropped the ball. I should have been, again, more educated. I didn't know who Stephen Miller was in 2019. Again, it's no excuse. I dropped the ball and I was wrong. I was uneducated about a bunch of this shit, my brother, right? And that's on me for speaking on shit that I was unaware of, right? Like, I dropped the ball, right? And I do apologize for that. But right hand of God, I did not know who Stephen Miller was in 2019. I heard about, like, in Nick Fuentes when he did the whole with the Alba and Preach, with the Aiden Ross, with that whole little, like, I think circuit, right? So again, like, that's my fault for speaking on shit that I was uneducated of. But again, bro, sincerely, like didn't know who these people was in 2019 or 2022.
So the problem for a lot of people,
of course, is
these people. I'm just going to speak specifically about Nick Fuentes. I can talk specifically about Nick Fuentes. He has been attacking the black community and shitting on the black community since his arrival in 2017. You can literally just put in Nick Fuentes' name on Twitter in 2 seconds, and his video will come up of him telling white people to avoid black people at all costs, and white people have every justification to be racist against us. So it's hard for anybody to believe that you were unaware of who these people were. But even if we take that at face value.
Wait, right? Sorry. Bro, and during that interview, right, bro, again, I'll take my L. I tried. He ran circles around me. He ran circles around us. I genuinely tried to pin him on these things, and he ran circles around us, right? And he even, like, and there was an audio, like, that dropped, I think yesterday or so, right? Where, and he said, yo, I conceal certain, like, opinions of mine to try to blend into, like, the mainstream more, right? And we went for it. We came in unprepared, and he ran circles around us. But if you watch that full-length interview, bro, I did try to ask like about those things. And at every turn, he was lying, being deceptive. Now looking back, he was lying, being deceptive, and damn near denied everything, right? So trust me, my brother. Again, I understand. I was wrong 1,000%, right? Again, bro, like there's no excuse, and there's nothing that I could give right now to justify that, right? All I can say, brother, is I had my wake-up call. I realized my faults, and I try to do better at some point. But that's no excuse for that era, because again, bro, I was again drastically uneducated. Watch the whole watch the full shit, and you will see me ask those questions and hit run laps. You know?
Okay, so if that's the case with the white supremacy, you had to be aware of who the Proud Boys were, because they did the whole Charlottesville thing, 2020, something like that. You had to be aware of who the Proud Boys were, that they are fully anti-black. They're just a different version of neo-Nazis in the KKK. And you said you support them and you fuck with them because they don't hide their politics, which is insane to say. That's like saying, yeah, I fuck with the KKK because they wear their sheets in public.
Yeah. No, right. And again, man, and that's the uneducated, naive version, right? It's like when people say, yo, I fuck with Trump because he is a known racist who makes it be known, right? It's like kind of like you feel me? It's like the devil that you know is better than right? Again, that's me being naive and saying, yo, these people are open and proud with their racism. I prefer this type and over this. But again, that's the naive me. Not again, bro, like not fully understanding like what that entails and what that means. And again, and that was a fucked up thing to say. And I was 1,000% wrong. Bro, listen, bro, like I'm not running away from my personal accountability.
If you're not running away from your personal accountability, then why didn't you address that in your apology video, your non-apology video, where you didn't apologize for shit for real? You literally turned the conversation from genuine criticism about the things you could have addressed, which was super disappointing to most people. For anybody that still had faith in you,
of course,
you turned it from that to make it a whole conversation about conservatism, when the criticism was never about you being a conservative or any other black person being a conservative. For the record,
of course.
Nobody conservative, nobody black that's a conservative is anti-black. I get people may not agree with conservatism with black people, but that's like 20% of the black population. It's not a rarity to know black conservatives. So that's never the criticism. The criticism is aligning with Trump, glazing Trump the way you did. You literally, in the video I used, you literally were smiling from ear to ear, glazing him while he was disrespectful to black journalists. What was her name? Rachel Scott, I think. While he was disrespecting her on stage at a black event.
Yeah, right. Facts. So here, right. So okay. So let me address the first thing you said. You said like with the apology, right? So right. So yeah, right. So look. So I didn't see your first initial video, right? Where again, I'm sure you probably like put like and like all those clips in. So in my apology, I think I said, yo, I'm responding back to there was a few comments in my comment section and in like my live, right, where they say, yo, Flakko, we discovered your like conservative passion like that. So that's what I was responding to. I didn't really get like a chance to see the full complaint before responding. I was responding back to like my chat saying, yo, we found this conservative past and this conservative past. And I said, oh shit, fuck. Cool. Let me just first address why I was conservative at some point, right, bro? If I had the opportunity to watch, I guess, like, you feel me, and all the complaints and like all the videos, I would, right? I would have probably addressed them like specifically and you feel me? But like, I never had the opportunity to watch your first video and the rest, right? Because again, like, I tend to avoid videos, right, where like I feel like you feel me, like it's a hit piece, right? So I didn't really see like the full complaint or the full things that they were like talking about, but I tried to respond back to like my chat. And again, if I dropped the ball in that regard, I do apologize, right? But bruh, I'm fully sorry for anything that was considered anti-black. That was not my personal intentions. You feel me? Right? At the time, bro, again, I truly felt like I meant well. I truly felt like I had the answers when, bro, I don't got the answers, right? I didn't have the answers, right? And clearly me looking back, right, if I watched and everything I said, I'm sure I wouldn't agree with that era of my life. So, bro, you're 100% right. You feel me, right? Again, it's probably like a best practice to watch the full thing, watch all the complaints, and then respond to them and like individually, but I didn't see those videos. So I didn't quite like have anything to quite like go off of. I was just responding back to my audience saying, yo, we found this conservative path, respond to it, right? And then you feel me? I came online, I think like 30 minutes later after seeing, you feel me, those comments and like responded back. But all the shit, bro, that you just said, again, I 100% apologize for.
So when it comes to content, right? At this point, I mean, you talk about everything on your channel for the most part, but you didn't keep a secret that, you made 100,000 talking about Chud the Builder, and you were very critical about Chud the Builder. You've been critical about Officer Tatum, especially with the Nolan Wells case and all of that. The issue that people have is if you have a history of anti-blackness, if you have a history, literally, I can wishing death on black people, saying you hate niggas, letting a Asian or a Latino or white girl, whatever it is, say the N-word, and then tell her in a group of non-black people, yeah, I hate niggas too. We all hate niggas.
But to be fair, with no, right? Look, like that stuff again, brother. Like again, there's no excuse for it. Again, I'm not arguing. There's zero. Again, there is zero excuse for it. I was wrong for that. Now, the wishing death upon black folks, I do want to say this again. That was very specific to who I believe were street rappers and people who I believe was leading our youth down, to death and a graveyard. And I was wishing that upon them, the exact same thing that their music was enacting upon the youth. But the other stuff, again, you are 100% right. Bro, listen, I'm not here to make excuses for it, brother. Like, I'm here to listen and learn. You feel me, right? Again, I was wrong, 1,000%.
Okay, so the definition of a grifter, by definition,
of course,
is a con artist or swindler, someone who tricks people out of money or property through fraud, lies, and clever deception, which I think people at this point would view you as a grifter based on your very recent anti-blackness and white supremacist alignment. So again, when you're talking about people like Chud the Builder just got out and made a video about him. You're going to make more videos about him because now he's out. He's going to be live streaming talking about stuff. Officer Tatum is going to continue his raccooning and tap dancing.
And he just did some, and like earlier today though. Nah, but bro, like but bro, like with again, if people want to call me a grifter, again, I cannot argue with them for having their opinion based on what they saw, right? Completely understood. But again, I made videos about Chud, like first, right? Because again, I disagree with that man going around calling black folks the N-word with the hard R, right? I made videos about Tatum because I disagree about his stance on Nolan Wells, right? I think Nolan Wells was murdered, right? Like again, and these two things weren't like overly like strategic things. No, like I believe that Chud the Builder, right, was wrong, right? I disagree with like that behavior. I disagree with Tatum and what he did. So I'm making videos on what I disagree upon.
But the hypocrisy is you disagree with Chud the Builder, for instance, being a white guy going around saying the N-word, but you supported a white guy saying the N-word when you wore no jumper. It doesn't. Yeah. So again, the alignment is off.
No, right? No, facts. But people grow, right?
I've never experienced that. I've never let a white person say the N-word around me. I've never supported a white person say the N-word around me. I've never supported anybody that was against my people, which is the reason that a lot of black people vote Democrat, because Republicans are overtly just out front racist. So
yeah, no, listen, no, bro, look, you're not wrong. Again, I'm telling you, again, people grow. I was 100% wrong right, for everything that you just said. But I'm telling you, I made a video about Chud, right? Because I disagreed with him going around calling black people the N-word, right? Bro, I had my personal wake-up call and I educated myself, right? So again, these are not like overly like you feel me, like calculated things, right? Like I disagree with Chud, so I talked about Chud. I disagree with Tatum, so I talked like about him, right? And those were my personal disagreements, right? So again, like if folks do want to say, hey, man, I think you a grifter, prove to us you're not, that comes with time. Like I'm not arguing with that, right?
You don't think that comes with actually addressing what people are calling you a grifter for, though? If anybody was calling me a grifter or bringing up old footage or talking about old things I said,
sure.
It's literally writing.
I'm doing it right now, though.
Writing.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's
no,
writing that black people were pookies and we were standing in welfare lines. What I was. Oh, sorry, right, by the way. I think, and that article, by the way, was what I think. This was like 2017, 2018, right? I think, like, right, bro, like I was damn near first out of high school, bro. Again, that was me at I think like 19, 18 years old, bro. Like I've evolved as a person. There's no excuse for that. But again, right? Again, I'm here to address it, but I'm saying is this. If people say, yo, Flakko, I think you a grifter, fuck you. And I'm saying, listen, I understand. Trust me. I'll be skeptical too. I understand, right? Like my job, brother, is to do better, and that comes with time. I'm not here to say, hey, man, F you guys. No, listen, I understand how people view me. I understand how it looks. I'm here to hold myself accountable and say, hey, I'm going to do better. I can't take back what I did in the past in terms of, again, at I think like 18, at like 18, 19 years old, right? Thinking, right, that I was writing about like a solution, right? Like, again, I was young and dumb thinking, right, that the way to like prosper is to grab yourself up and by the bootstrap, not understanding that shit don't work, right? So again, like that's me saying, yo, I was young, dumb, and uneducated. I take responsibility. If folks want to say that I'm a grifter, I understand. All bro, like I can do is take accountability and say that comes with time, but I'm here to address it, which is why I'm here, right? It's to address it. Yo, listen, I fucked up. I apologize to my people, right? There's no excuse that I could give for it. I'm here to say, yo, I woke up and time would tell, right? Like what my character is. For me, just from the general comments and stuff that I've been reading, some of the chat, all of that, taking accountability means taking accountability. I'm gonna just put this in the simplest terms for the chat and everybody else. For my kids, if I punish my kids and I'm wrong or I overreact in the punishment or I snap on my kids, I literally sit down with them and be like, I am sorry for snapping on you. You didn't deserve it. Yeah, of course. This is how I feel. It won't happen again. Yeah. You did not address anything on your own, not without being called out, not without point and shoot video. So I feel like if you made a drastic turn, which is very drastic to go from pro MAGA, pro Trump, pro white supremacy, pro Proud Boys to all of a sudden being against all of those things and now calling out people like Chud the Builder. I feel like there should have been a time for, as much as you're online, you do a lot of content where you say, you know what? I had an awakening. My political alignment changed. I realized these people are my enemies. You never addressed anything. You just popped up when the money was good to be anti-MAGA.
Well, again, that's not true. Though. If you watch my content, bro, right? Bro, I've talked about me being pro-Trump at some point and then turning pro-Trump, even on No Jumper with those clips, right? Bro, on the Thursday show, bro, like there's multiple times where I came on and spoke on, why I've turned against Trump, like, right? Like, why, like, I'm supporting Kamala. So, again, this was like it was like a slow turn, but like, even in like my videos and on my channel, bro, I've spoke on, like, I was once this, I once believed this. I had to have a wake-up call once, again, it clicked to me that it's not about policies. These people don't want to see people like me exist. And that was my wake-up call, right? So again, I have discussed it. Now, in terms of the actual apology, I dropped the ball in that regard because I rushed after seeing my fans leave a comment saying, yo, address your conservative past. I came on and addressed that. I probably should have watched like your video if I knew about it and other videos, right? And say, yo, listen, I seen this, and then go through like each and every point. For that, I own up to it. I dropped the ball, right? I do apologize for that, right? But again, man, I'm here to address it now, right? But yeah, brother, like again, if I would have saw it, I would have addressed every point, right?
Okay,
but
so
I didn't see it, no?
There's another thing. So when it comes to being black and proud and loving blackness and being pro-black, it is the appreciation of everything that makes us us. So when you're on these videos and discussing white people the way that you do, it is harmful to black people in general. When you're saying stuff like this comment, because it's basically taken directly off the video, that good white skin, that good white man, white beautiful face, white skin, be proud, and talking about, yeah, this good white man going to give us money, you willing to sell your soul to white people. Again, it puts back in context of the grifter label, because how can anybody believe anything that you say being genuine if this is how you look at white people, who not all white people are bad, but when we're discussing white supremacy, it's white people.
Like here, Russell, look, and to be fair though, like if like you like watch my live streams, right? Even like before the situation, like things like the good white man and God bless the white man, right? Like again, like those are things that like I kind of use like tongue in cheek. So like again, is you feel me? Like and it's like hard for me to like distinguish between like, for example, right? Like there's like 1,000 clips, right, of like me saying, yo, like good white man, right? Those are things that I say in tongue in cheek, right? Like, right, and like I've said those things like on my live stream, like as recent I think as this week, right? Again, in like a tongue in cheek, right? Like and like you know, in like a tongue in cheek, like you know, like joke like sounds bad, right? But like yeah, right? Like you feel me? Like God bless the white man, right? You feel me? Right? Again, like I've said those things in my videos.
Directly comes from
Chuck.
Uncle Ruckus, who did nothing but praise white people
and that was the point, though.
Black people. You understand
and that was
why that's
the point,
a harmful point to be making, especially on a white platform. No Jumper is owned by a white dude.
Listen, fair, you not wrong. I thought it was funny in a moment. Now looking back, it's not, right? Bro, listen, bro, you not wrong, and you won't get any arguments from me, right? I'm just telling you, like, at that point, like, shit like, oh, God bless the white man, good white man, right? Like, those are things that I just, you feel me, like, found like tongue in cheek, right? But again, looking back, you know, it was poor taste. You feel me? Yeah, you feel me? Right? Like, you know, like, you're not wrong, but that was just me, again, being tongue in cheek, you know?
Okay, so I want to rewind a little bit. In your apology video, which was specifically about
sorry. For y'all who to watch my channel, I do stutter, by the way. So that's my sorry.
So in that video specifically, you referenced your father, who is a staunch conservative. My question is, which was my question in the video about the apology, is your father anti-black? I really want to know where the anti-blackness stems from. We always have these discussions about diaspora, this, that, and the third, and that immigrants are raised to be anti-black and against black Americans. And a lot of that feels like that's where that came from. So is your father, were you raised being anti-black? I get being in North Dakota, being a predominantly white area. But at the end of the day, where did the anti-blackness come from? Because it definitely existed.
Yeah, right. No, bro, listen, bro. Like at that, listen, bro, like again, like at that time, bro, I truly didn't think I was anti-black, right? I think in reference to the article, right? Like that was me actually trying to do like a poor job at trying to like articulate like what I think was the solutions, right? Now, is my dad anti-black? Like, I'll be real, bro. Like my dad like left America, in 2012, I think. No, he left between like '09 and like 2012, right? I don't think he was anti-black, right? Like and he was like a staunch like conservative, right? He right.
The kids are not.
Sorry,
I'm listening.
sorry.
I'm here in the chat. Is still listening.
Yeah.
Come in if you're coming in.
And he's a staunch conservative.
Yes, come in if you're coming in. I'm so sorry, y'all.
No. You good.
I heard him run down the stairs.
Yeah,
and I heard knocks at the door. My bad. Go ahead. I'm listening.
No. He's like a staunch conservative, right? He's he's like a Trump supporter, right? But would I say like he's anti-black, like outside of his love for Trump, like that's probably like the only like side eye, like sketchy, you feel me? Like, is side eyeing, right? But he don't live in this country to even like be like too tapped in, but he's just a Trump guy,
So I guess my question is, if you displayed anti-black sentiments in videos, you wrote out anti-black stuff, referred to black people as pookies, I assume Ray because that's the fucking stereotypical hood name thing. Talked about us being in welfare lines, Negro this, Negro that, these niggas don't get it, I hate niggas. All of that is the definition of anti-blackness. So from at least what I'm hearing from you, your upbringing could have 100% been anti-black. And you're not acknowledging it because you didn't see it that way, because you didn't see yourself as anti-black. But you still brought that into, again, a white man's company at No Jumper and the content space in general.
Here, look, so and I would say probably again, my environment probably shaped that, right? Because again, man, my dad was a staunch conservative. Like even now, bro, like you feel me? I can't say he was anti-black, right? When I think about like anti-black, right? I'm thinking about like things like, hey, don't hang out with those people, right? And he never said that. Or like, hey, those people are lazy. No, right? And he was it's weird. He was Pan-African. So that I know for sure. He was like a Pan-African, but he's like a heavy conservative. So I wouldn't say he was anti-black, but he is a staunch conservative. Now, my views, again, man, it comes from like my particular environment. And once I left and got to LA, I think that was when I began to slowly shift, because even again, man, back in 2024, my second year and in LA, right? I became, hey, I don't fuck with Trump. Or even back in 2022, bro, listen, bro, when I got to No Jumper, the first thing I did was brought on Tariq Nasheed and Young Pharaoh and Rizza Islam, right? So I thought I was doing my part and doing something for my people on that platform by bringing on some conscious brothers,
I hear you. I hear you. I have a very strong disdain for anti-blackness, which is why I don't and will never fuck with anybody like Amru, aka Myron, because he is anti-black without being a black American. That would extend to you. You're from Liberia, but you've displayed a lot of anti-blackness. So I guess my question, which goes back to the apology, which wasn't an apology because it was about something else. My question is, why would anybody black believe you or rock with you or listen to your content critiquing anybody else that's anti-black or racist against us when it seems like you don't fuck with us?
I feel like the people who watch me every day, they know my stances and where I stand when it comes to riding for my people. Now, if somebody says, hey, Flakko, you have to earn that trust back, cool. I'm not fighting against that, right? But the people who do watch my content, who do watch me every day, they know where and I stands, man. I had the unfortunate experience of having to grow and learn and in the public eye, right? And I grew and I did learn. Again, I don't consider myself an anti-black. I'm not anti-black, right? But I do understand that if somebody, sees, you feel me, like the clips or the old content, and they say, man, fuck you. Cool. I understand, and I don't take it personal, right? It comes with time. You feel me, right? I grew, I learned, and the people who watching right now, they know, you know?
So just going back to the timeline, you were very MAGA supportive, white supremacy adjacent supportive, pro Nick Fuentes, even though you said you didn't know what he was about, all the way up to what point exactly?
Bro, care. But even during the film, like the Nick Fuentes interview, though, I try to press him on the things that I thought like actually mattered. He just ran circles around me, right? So, bro, man, listen, man, I do implore people to watch the full thing. I did ask these same questions you're asking right now. I did ask, but again, I was uneducated and he ran circles around me, right?
See, the issue with that is I remember that timeline. I remember the circuit that Sneeko took Nick Fuentes on, because Sneeko was the one platforming Nick Fuentes, who was banned everywhere at that time.
Yeah,
he did the talk with Gideon and Destiny. I mean, he did a bunch of talks. And at that time, Nick Fuentes was not hiding who he was. He
did, though. Watch that interview, though. Again, Nick Fuentes lied. Listen, he lied to our faces during that interview, right? But again, we were not equipped with the information we have right now. But if you watch that interview, I asked those questions and he lied. And he even would and he would tell you that his strategy was during that circuit was to conceal the opinions that he believed was polarizing and over the top.
He was on stream saying he didn't believe in race mixing, and they clowned Sneeko for defending him because Sneeko is mixed race. So again, I have to take what you're saying at face value, but at the same time, I
asked about that too, though. I asked about that too. That again, that exact thing, right? That exact thing. And again, he ran circles around us, right? And try to give us the most digestible version. Again, I'm not saying I was right for interviewing him, right? But bro, I was asked to do the interview. I came and did it. Probably was not the best idea. I wasn't the most educated, but again, I tried my best and I failed. But dude did admit that during that circuit specifically, when he was canceled, he did come with digestible versions of his arguments, and he fooled a lot of people, right? And again, at that time, my brother, I wasn't educated, and I own it, you know?
I understand you saying you were out of the loop on his content. He spammed the N-word nonstop. You can go on Twitter or any platform that he was still on. He still does it till this day.
Of course,
he spams the N-word, hard R. And black people around him, which I guess in this instance you would be the, I have a black friend that allows me to say the N-word, which is why racist people like Chud the Builder then think they can say the N-word, which is even more ridiculous, because Chud the Builder looks up to Nick Fuentes. He wants to be Nick Fuentes. He wants to be accepted into the Groypers. Again, it's hard to pull any of this away without seeing the hypocrisy of even platforming somebody like Nick Fuentes back when he was banned everywhere, and that leading to a Chud the Builder who now you're making $100,000 a month off of. It is the definition of a grift.
Again, bro, I definitely understand where you're coming from in terms of it's hard to believe that you changed based on the things that we saw from the past. I'm telling you, when I covered Chud the Builder, I covered it because I believed that Chud the Builder was wrong for going around calling black people the hard N-word and trying to fight them, right? I thought that was wrong, and that's why I covered it. I didn't cover it for any other reason other than I thought he was wrong, right? As a matter of fact, bro, so when I covered Chud, my first couple of videos on Chud, and I was first, and it didn't really do no numbers, right? It took 4 or 5 months, right? For the entire you feel me? Because
it was 2 waves of Chud. It was the early wave of Chud, and then he kind of fell off, and then
right. But those videos were not performing well, but I still did it consistently because, again, I thought what he was doing was wrong, right? So I didn't cover Chud for a grift. I covered Chud because I thought what he was doing was wrong.
You thought what he was doing was wrong. So you thought him walking up to black people, antagonizing black people, and calling them the N-word was wrong.
Yeah.
Again, I just have to question, why is it wrong for Chud the Builder to do that, but you being in a studio with white people saying the N-word is okay?
Again, man, I told you, again, at the time, again, there's no excuse for like that era and that time. People learn and grow. Where I'm at right now, that wouldn't have happened, right? Now, look, I'm not saying—
I guess what was the learning and growing that happened? You know what I'm saying? If I learned to grow for something, if I fought all the time when I was younger, my growing experience would be like me probably getting knocked out or hurting somebody seriously. So I'm not going to do it anymore. I guess at what point was the learning and growing? Because people are very much confused about your learning and growing based on the timeline of events of what you supported, when you supported it, to your instant change up when MAGA became unpopular.
But again, though, it can't be okay. So I came to LA in 2022. By the election cycle, when Trump was running for president, prior to him being elected and this shit falling apart, I was saying on No Jumper that I'm voting for Kamala, that I'm not voting for Trump. So again, there's no switch up when it became like an unpopular. When back in 2024, I think that's when Trump was running for president. Yeah, back in 2024 was me actively saying I don't support this dude. You feel me? Right.
But again, that's the issue. The black journalist thing that happened in Chicago, the black journalist convention, when he was being fucking despicably rude to the black journalist, Rachel Scott, and the black journalists there, was in 2024.
Of course. Yeah.
Those timelines.
No, wait though, right here. But me disagreeing with how somebody conducted an interview does not equate to me supporting Trump policies. Because again, back in 2024, I particularly said, I'm not voting for him. And that was a public stance of mine, right? Again, that's no secret. That's a public stance of mine. I said, I'm not supporting him, right? Now, me having, I disagree with this interview or this here, that's not a stance of, hey, I support the guy. Because back in 2024, I was saying publicly on a 4 million sub platform, I do not support this guy. I'm voting for Kamala, all right? Now, all the other stuff, my brother, again, it's up to the people who is hearing this to say, he's changed, I believe him or not. But I'm just saying again, time will tell. I grew, I learned from it, and I apologize for all the other stuff that people heard from me, right? I
just want your thoughts on this real quick.
Yeah.
I just want your thoughts on this.
Sure.
Trump, bro, sign me up. Where do I go?
Sell out.
This man walked into a room for the National Association of Black—
Chat, y'all let me know if you can hear this. It's up as loud as it can go. Chat, can y'all hear it? Let me know. Y'all good? I'm gonna play it until they say they can't hear it. Sell out.
This man walked into a room for the National Association of Black Journalists, like hostile territory. And he walked in, not even shaking that man's hand the right way, bro. It's like you don't even want contact with him. Like, based on this body language right here, bro, you know she was gonna be on BS with Trump.
He's a little academic. He's just a Trump glazer for sure.
Trump stood in the fire and answered all the questions. Mind you, Kamala Harris hasn't done nothing like this and probably won't ever.
In such a horrible manner, a first question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network.
The aura is immaculate here. This is an away game. It's an away game and they're being hostile. And this man got so much aura, bro. He's winning over the room, bro. He got the audience.
Here's the crazy thing about this. This again was in 2024. So it's hard for me as a person that is overprotective of black people, specifically black women, because I'm raising black daughters. I love black women in general. For me to ever see a person as despicable, racist, misogynistic, and just disgusting as Trump and be smiling while he's disrespecting black people, especially black women, while he's rude, while he's trying to talk down to them. Again, it's a circular argument of the things that you supported, you're now speaking out against when they're unpopular.
Yes, of course.
And that was in 2024.
Yes. But again, again, me giving him credit for coming to the national, I think it was like the National Black Journalists Association, I think. Again, I'm giving him credit for showing up. I disagree with how the interview was being conducted. That's
At
not.
any point did you say that? Like, did you say, I just don't like the way this interview is being conducted? Because from that specific clip, it looks like just a bunch of glaze of Trump and agreeing with him disrespecting black people.
Again, and that was, I think, like a 20-minute video of me saying I disagree with how the interview was conducted because I felt like he showed up, right? And that alone to me is like you showed up in hostile territory, right? I disagree with how
it's only hostile territory because he's a racist.
Listen though, I agree with you, but I'm telling you at that time, right? Again, my critique of how an interview was conducted, now that being framed as me supporting him being racist, I think that's crazy. Because even during that era, on a 4 million subscriber platform, I was saying I was not supporting Trump during that era and during that time. I reacted to an interview where, again, I felt like he deserved at least some credit for showing up in hostile territory.
I don't think Trump ever deserves credit for anything he does personally. That's just me.
Yeah, right here, right? Look, bro, look. But I don't blame you for having that stance though, right? Again, I don't blame you for having that stance. I'm saying personally, right? Again, for the blatant stuff, right? That people say, yo, Flakko, this is foul. It hurt my feelings. I don't fuck with it. Yo, I apologize. You feel me, right? Like, not to nitpick, like the interview, like that was me giving him credit for showing up and doing an interview in hostile territory. For that was that's me reacting to that interview. In 2024, I been said I was not voting for Trump during that era. All right. So now, bruh, I can't address each and every interview, right? No, but again, I can say again, my brother, in 2024, that's when, if you watch No Jumper and if you watch his content, that was when, I began to unravel. I think even when I came back to the Thursday show, I think it was one Thursday show, it was me and Lush One. And even Lush said, bruh, what happened, right? You was this super conservative Trump guy. Now you're this. So people did notice the change, right? And again, I don't blame people for having this opinion when all they're seeing again is sound bites and videos. You feel me? It's like bits and pieces here for the last 5 years. Okay, I don't blame them for forming this opinion. I'm saying I take accountability for all those things. However, right? But however, brother, I can probably, again, I can't respond because, bro, I made 4,000 videos, right, brother? I can't respond to 4,000 videos and say, well, that's a bad look, that's a good look. All I can say is this: my actions moving forward will show people where I'm at currently as a man. I've evolved, I learned, I grew, all right? I don't know exactly, my thing is, outside of the apology, outside of me saying, hey, I learned and grew, what else do people want from me? What's the next step, right? Because, bro, again, I could discuss.
And my opinion is this. I mean, I'll just keep it very simple for you. As far as black people go, I'm going to just say black Americans, but as far as black people go, there has always been house niggas and field niggas. There has always been people that stood with black people and black people that did not stand with black people, that stood with white people, that still white supremacists, that sided with oppressors against us. We've seen that a lot coming from different immigrant groups, which is also a problem. So for you to have a history of siding with the oppressor, with white supremacists, with racists, with fucking Donald fucking Trump, with Nick Fuentes, with the Proud Boys, and you being an immigrant on top of that and talking down on Black Americans, I'll just put it like this. There will be some people that it doesn't matter. You could save babies out of a fucking tree, or cats out of a tree. You could save a baby by getting ran over by a car. There will be some people that are permanently turned off by you and your content, no matter who you expose or what you do. Because it's not even an anger thing. This is a hurtful thing that somebody that a lot of people thought represented them, really was calling them Negroes behind their back and Pookies and Ray Rays and letting white people call them niggers, because that's what it comes down to. So I get everything you're saying. I appreciate you for reaching out to me. I appreciate you for having a conversation. I know this is just going circular at this point, but I just feel like it's hard if you're not Black to understand the depth of betrayal of a Black person that you trusted, that you extended trust to, for all this shit to come up and them be dogging your people, but then not even take accountability for it on their own terms. As soon as this shit came up, as you put out 5 videos a day, you could have simply put out a video addressing it. I know in extension, that's what you did, because you reached out to me, which again, I appreciate. And we had this discussion.
No, but even with the first video though, bro, like, again, that was me responding back to the criticism that my audience was throwing at me, right? Bro, if I would have saw like your first video, right, where like I think you said that you went through like each and every one, right? Right, bruh. Again, if I would have saw that, bro, I would have went through each and every piece you discussed, but I didn't see it, right, bro? All I could have responded to was what I saw, right? Because again, brother, I try. Again, we're all YouTubers, man, but I try not to watch videos where I feel like it's hate videos, right? So if I see a video that's saying like, you feel me, like Poetik Flakko da. I try not to watch it, all right? Now, I wish like somebody would say, hey, Flakko, yo, here is like a 20-point bullet list. Respond back to all of this. I didn't have that. All I could have responded back to was what people was telling me. Yo, we saw this like conservative path, right? We saw it, da. So I said, oh, fuck, okay, cool. Maybe some people aren't like aware, because those weren't things that I was like, you feel me, that like, and like I was hiding, right? Because again, those was said and done and on No Jumper. That's like, that's 4 million subs. Those, right? And those are things that I said and on my channel, right? And like those things that I did like interviews about. So I didn't think that was something that people like was not aware of, right? Because like those are very public things. But again, that's probably like my like naiveness of not really like fully understanding like, yo, there's a bunch of new people here who have never heard of me and on No Jumper, or you feel me, or heard of me and on like the real life street stars, right? Because again, those platforms are 4 million and 1 million. So I assumed those were things that people was, I guess, like already aware of, right? So again, like that's my fault. I own that. I apologize to any and every Black person, bruh, who seen those old comments and you feel me, and like felt betrayed. I apologize. I'm sorry for, you feel me, bro, like 1,000%. Like, again, beyond content, I apologize, right? I wrote you, my brother, because again, I wanted to have the conversation and be held accountable.
And I was definitely open to the conversation. That's why I responded right back. Like as soon as I got that message, I responded back.
Bro, my thought process, bro, like, again, we are supposed to check each other. So 1,000%, listen, brother, if I was out of pocket, thanks for checking me, right? Bro, like, again, like, I don't have an ego, right? Like, that's not me. Like, I don't have an ego, right? So I appreciate it. And if I had like the 20 bullet list, my brother, I would have responded back to each and every point. But I just responded back to what I could go off of.
Understood. Well, I mean, again, like it's kind of like a circular argument. I mean, I appreciate you for addressing everything, for having the conversation. I think it was much needed, especially with everything that came out. I mean, any closing statements you have? I'm going to stick around on stream for 2 seconds to talk with everybody. Any closing statements you have for everybody in here?
Man, nah, man. Hey, man, folks, brother, you know, I do appreciate you, man, for having me on. I guess I'm not sure like how many people is in here, man, but for everybody watching,
2,700 right now, but it's like 3,200 a little earlier.
Right, man. Right. So, right, man. So, so to all 3,200 people, man, you know, I appreciate y'all. I learn, I grow, and that's all we can do in life. Again, I can't take back what people is angry about. All I can do is say, I apologize. I'm gonna learn and grow from it, man. You feel me? I appreciate y'all, people. And two, I do have a stutter, so right, like folks is like, bro, like he's nervous. No, again, I do have a stutter, so for that, if it was hard to get through, I apologize as well. Okay, peace out, folks.
I appreciate you for being here again, bro. Appreciate you. All right, chat. We are going to, I guess, recap. Can we call this a recap? I know there were some supers that I missed. I'm going to try to go through as many of these comments as I can. I appreciate y'all for sticking here for the full conversation. Again, I'm gonna go through these supers. I appreciate y'all so much, man. Olawa, what's up? Appreciate the 5. Let's go, Jew. Appreciate all the stars. I'm just the stars and Jules. Tank Talks TV, appreciate you. Darius Ty 84, appreciate you. Betty 0622, appreciate you. Ayo Bassel TV, is that it? I know I can't read. Jew holding feet to the fire, appreciate the 5. Did he realize white supremacy was on the rise after making 6 figures from covering Chud the Builder? The timing is iffy. I just don't think there's any shake in that timing and the weird timeline of when the change actually happened and the genuineness of it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the 5. 2 Madre, appreciate the jewels. Let's see, I'm gonna get down to some more comments. Measured Man, appreciate the 10. You can miss us with all that. You were a grown man. Like you said, we should educate. Like, my God, I can't read. My bad, y'all. Like you said, we should educate yourself. Take your advice. Bye. Cancel. So how do y'all feel at this point about, while I go through these, how do y'all feel about Poetik Flakko at this point? After hearing him out, after hearing him talk, after hearing his point of views and whatever he had to say, does any of y'all opinion change? Are y'all rocking with the content after this? I mean, where are y'all while I get through these? No need to be educated to reject racism and hate. Shout out for the 517th love. That's where I stand. I've never had to be educated to know right and wrong about somebody being racist or anti-black or discriminatory against my people. So everybody's different, but yeah, that just doesn't rock with me personally. The final boss, appreciate the 2. He said he would sell his soul. Did he? He absolutely did say he would sell his soul to the good white man with the good hair, salt and pepper hair, or whatever he said. Jerry Hicks 9025, appreciate the 10, supporting the channel. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate all of y'all for being here. I hope the conversation was beneficial to y'all. It was a lot of negative comments in the chat and on the post I made before the live happened of people being disappointed that I was even platforming Poetik Flakko or having a conversation with him. But I feel like with me making the videos I made, that conversation needed to happen. I wanted him to take accountability for the things he said about black people. I wanted him to take accountability for aligning with white supremacists. Whether y'all view that as taking accountability or not, I don't know. I guess, you know, I don't know. It was a lot of explanations and all of that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Measure Man, again, shout out for the 10. If you can be on this YouTube with an audience, ain't no wake-up call. You trying to save the bag. Goodbye. Agree. I'm not going to say agree. You know what? I heard the man out. But again, I've just never needed a wake-up call from not aligning with white supremacists or racists or knowing where somebody stands with my people, period. LEY9C, appreciate the 5. He's a stuttering mess. He's talking in circles. I'm not going to read that. Now you're going to read that. Appreciate the 5. Great Pill, shout out to you. Appreciate the 5. Flakko apologized multiple times, gave accountability, asterisk, similar to Abba's past. Why are we beating Flakko down, but not Abba? This a nothing burger? If that's how you feel about it, that's cool. I think most people will agree that this is a something burger and it needed to be addressed. You can make whatever videos you want about Abba. I said what I needed to say about that situation when I made my one video about it. I'm not going back to that. Lashade 6918, appreciate the 2. This is fake accountability. How many of y'all feel like that was fake accountability? Does anybody feel like genuine, real accountability was made? Anybody? Azor TV, appreciate the 2. Flakko is a victim of MK. If we believe he is a victim of NK Coon Ultra. I can't even say it. Can I say that? Raccoon. YouTube doesn't let me say that word. Hella Bay 23. He should stop apologizing for his naivety, because choosing to trust and openly embrace race is a reflection of his own integrity and honesty, not a failure of his intuition. Very good point. Very good point. Olawa, appreciate the 5 again. Are you only sorry because you are afraid of being canceled? It is not believable saying a whole bunch of nothing. There were a lot of words that were said. There were a lot of words that were said during this little hour live stream. And for your mom, shout out for the 5. He paid $2,500 for a box. I do realize that there are other allegations out there. Again, Doku D addressed allegations. Go check out his channel. I know Point Shoot addressed allegations, and so did other people. I didn't feel like that was the point of this conversation. I specifically wanted to address his anti-blackness, aligning with white supremacists, and all the foul shit that he said about black people specifically. But I do realize there were other allegations out there, which, you know, appreciate the 5. The stutter is giving Walter. No comment, man. People got their own stuff. Appreciate the 5. LEY9C. He is not sorry. He already showed what he is. Do I believe people can change? Sure. But Flakko specifically says he chases money and sold his soul. So I don't even know if I mentioned the soul thing. Maybe I did mention it, but that is another thing that makes the instant change up very hard to believe. If a person openly admitted to selling their soul and being willing to sell their soul and excited to do so to a random white person, how do we believe anything they say after that? Because doesn't that mean they're already on a payroll? Doesn't that mean they're already receiving money to probably slander black people and black Americans? It's just, man. It is. Olawa, appreciate the 5. Those anti-black videos he made, he wasn't stumbling. Spit it out, stand on your shit. I mean, yeah. Hey, dog. Beige Devil, appreciate the 2. He built like Majin Buu. You got to say which Majin Buu, because it's like 3 of them, right? It's Baby Buu. It's the tall, skinny Majin Buu, and then it's the big Buu. I forgot which one he is, though. Measure Man, appreciate the 5. Let him know TPUSA is hiring influencers. I mean, yeah, he could get in that bag with Tatum, right? Again, the other problem with grifters is if you know they align with white supremacists before, you know they align with MAGA before, you know they align with Trump before, once this wave is not profitable anymore to be representing black people or speaking up for black people, would anybody be surprised by somebody switching back to what they initially aligned to? Because it means you never aligned with the black cause to start with. At least that's how I view things. It's such a stupid discussion. It's such a... what about the teenage girl allegations? Again, appreciate the 2. I didn't address that. I didn't feel like this was the conversation for that because I was trying to get specifically to the points I made in my video, but he is going to have to speak on that himself. OB 3808, appreciate the 2. He's pulling the old Sneeko grift turn, just lying. You know, I've been very critical about Sneeko, and a lot of this did give Sneeko vibes to me. Sneeko goes wherever the wind blows, wherever the momentum is, whatever the wave is. That's what Sneeko then aligns with. When it was cool to be, you know, red pill, he was red pill. When it was cool to be MAGA, he was MAGA. When it was cool to be anti-MAGA, he was anti-MAGA. When it's cool to be Muslim, he's a Muslim now. It's just, it's hard to trust people like that, man. It really is. It really is. Appreciate the 5. What is Flaky doing to repair the actual harm he caused to the Black American community other than making videos that is paid to produce? Again, I feel like if that was me, I would just come out and address everything. I would be working with people from the community to repair the damage. I would go back and correct all my old narratives. I would, literally go. I specifically would go point by point, bullet by bullet, address all the things I said, address them with facts, correct the fucked up narratives that I made that I probably gave ammunition to other people to use. And that's how I would handle it. I feel like that's taking accountability, not just putting out more content where you make more money. Just me though. You were okay with culture vultures like Adam. Again, and academics, again, like if you're okay with culture vultures, how can anybody trust you to protect the culture? It is a very common sense thought. Lachey, appreciate the 2. Mouth dry line. I mean, I can't speak to how that man handled himself in the interview. 1mil9721, appreciate the 5. His hate for Black Americans is you know what? I kept this professional. Y'all ain't going dog. Appreciate though. Appreciate the 5 to shade. Take a drink. Ever seen me, myself, and Irene? Oh my God. Hey, me, myself, and Irene. After he took the medication and his mouth was super dry. Oh my God. Yes, I have seen me, myself, and Irene. Marshall, you break down, appreciate the 2. Kind of yes, there was a lot of that, but I feel like we got to the content. Great Pill, appreciate the 2. Point shoot, only one while only acting shocked. You can clarify. I don't really get that one. I'm sorry. AO Basil TV. I think I said that. Oh, again. Appreciate the 5. Appreciate the 5. It was a lot of that. Again, I want to know, man, how did I represent y'all? Did I do okay by y'all standards? Because again, it was a lot of comments of people not happy with me having this conversation, not sharing the platform. I felt like this needed to be addressed. I felt like this conversation needed to be had, especially for the videos I make and how critical I've been of him. So y'all let me know. Fantasy Island Girl, appreciate the 10. It may have been tongue-in-cheek until you said you would gladly sell your soul. Oh, you talking about the white man, the beautiful white man, white skin? Yes, sir. All of that Uncle Ruckus shit. You knew you were selling out and did it for white acceptance over and over. And that was my whole point. You're doing all of this on a white man's platform while being employed by a white man. I feel like that can't be tongue-in-cheek or a joke or any of that if you're performing for white people. If anything, that makes you a tap dancer. That makes you a purposeful tap dancer. Yeah. Rev Corden, appreciate the 5. He needs to just admit he was in the wrong. He tried grifting, and there's no defending it, period. All without saying but. I don't know. I just don't view. I view him as apologizing, which he did apologize. I don't know if I view that as taking accountability. I don't know if that is, correcting all the old narratives. Everybody is free to make up their own opinion about it. I'll have my opinion about it too. Let's see. Hold on. I'm getting down to the bottom of these. I don't want y'all to feel like I forgot any of y'all. Appreciate the 5. Oh my God. Appreciate the 5. Olawa, appreciate the 5. You can't be black when you choose Flakko. Fuck out of here. Just stay on that side. Nothing funny about it. It is nothing funny about it. It's nothing funny about watching Trump disrespect people. It's nothing funny about playing Uncle Ruckus or fetching a step and fetch. None of that is funny or entertainment to me. And I feel like it was a lot of grifting and doing that for white acceptance and trying to be in the proximity of whiteness and be their black guy that's attacking the black community. M for your mom. Frederick was a fan of Myron Gaines and still is. That dude is detestable. Anybody that's a fan of Myron, man, y'all need to just go out back and yeah. Ew, ew, 21. Appreciate the 5. This guy's a liar. He sells courses on this. He's an African trying to code as black. He's using this to learn talking points to grift even harder. We'll see. We'll see if that plays out in the future. If he gets more militant and more Malcolm X-y and more super pro-black, you know, based on this discussion. I don't know. I can't say. So glad this discussion is happening. Awesome job. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And you are a channel member for 6 months. I sincerely appreciate that. Like I said, I hope I did a good job in your eyes having this conversation, keeping it as civil as possible, but also getting to the points, because this discussion needed to happen, in my opinion. Miss Twilight Speaks, appreciate the 2. Flakko, what the hell? You were openly antagonistic. Be honest. I agree. He was definitely openly antagonistic toward the black community, for sure, on a white person's platform. Duval County, what up, what up, what up? Appreciate the 5. Partial props for doing this. I no longer watch his videos, and he's going to have to dig himself out of a deep plot. Agreed. You know, the people that don't know won't know, because he'll have an influx of, you know, new people coming in from his videos. The people that know that don't rock with him won't rock with him. Like in my second video I made about his apology, I brought up the Social Blade, and on Sunday and one day he already lost 1,000 followers. I wonder if he lost more since then. I don't know if Social Blade updates that often, but he is going to have to dig himself out of a hole or win back people, if that's even possible. I know once I feel like somebody's anti-black, I'm good. I'm not dealing with them ever again. If you're here, still 21 people, 2,100, 2,200 people in here, please make sure you sub to the channel. Please make sure you sub to the channel. Please make sure you sub to the channel. I appreciate y'all for watching this. I'm still getting through these super chats while I got my voice, and then I'm gonna get to the chat after that. I watched No Jumper since you first joined in 2022. Okay, old school No Jumper fan. I was never a big No Jumper person, but respect. Bro, you did all this while you were at No Jumper. Thank you. Appreciate the 2. And that is my point on that platform specifically. Stop calling us your people. Cali 992, appreciate the 5. Yeah, I'm not mad at that, especially not when you were talking down at us. Your best bud, appreciate the 5. I did watch you every day and very quickly learned you didn't pass the sniff test. I saw a lot of those comments where people say they were tuned into him, but got a weird vibe from him based on some of the things he said or some of his alignments in his video. So I definitely have heard that before. Fantasy Island Girl, appreciate the 5. No, I was watching you for months now, and I didn't see this anti-black stuff until you showed us. Again, this was a surprise to me. Again, shout out to Doku D. Make sure you check out his channel. He put out that video on Saturday. I watched it on Saturday. I made my video after that, after I went to look at the Point and Shoot videos, who dug up all of this anti-black content. So shout out to Point and Shoot, because a lot of us didn't know. And again, with the rate that Flakko puts out videos, 4 or 5 videos a day, it's easy to cover up old shit if you're putting out 1,000 videos a month. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Terry Hughes 64, shout out for the 2. You learn, but scamming for $100 a month. What is $100 a month? Is that a course or something he's selling? He's selling a course for $100 a month. Golly, that man is selling a course for $100 a month, I guess. Somebody please inform me. Okay, I'm getting down. Goat Trophy, Valeria Dakota, appreciate that. A-star A39, if I read that wrong, sincerest apologies. Appreciate the 50. I'm gonna need a clear answer to this at some point. When I look at this history, he's still speaking the same ruckus slang even today, referring to his live when he watched Tatum against Nancy Grace, that good white woman, paraphrasing, but he knows. That is my point. That was not, in my opinion, you don't talk like that about white people and be playing a character on a white person's platform. It's super weird. It's super disingenuous how he answered. I've never in my life talked about white people like that. I'm not anti-white. I just never talked about white people like that. That good white person, that good white skin. Like, fuck all that. Like, I'm not going to get out of character. Yes, very good point. I was looking at that crazy too. Beautiful quit 8141. Appreciate the 5. OMG, this is so fucking embarrassing. It's hard to watch. My God. I'm sorry I made y'all sit through that. I thought it was a conversation that had to happen. Sauceman Simpson, appreciate the 5. Jew, this man is lying. I've been watching No Jumper for years. He's scared his pockets are in danger. How many of y'all believe that? Like, he jumped on here just flat out lying to avoid, I guess, cancellation, if that's a thing, or losing his black audience. Like, do y'all agree with that? I swear I'm getting down to these, I'm getting down to these super chats because I actually want to read the chat and see what y'all talking about. Never Sleep 2560, appreciate the 50. He doesn't come from our lineage. That's why he disrespected us so casually. I would agree with that, you know, and I feel like these type of situations give black immigrants a bad name in general, because that's why I asked, was he taught anti-blackness from his father? Because in his apology, his non-apology video, he said his father was really conservative and he's still conservative, and they have arguments now. So my question was, were you taught this anti-blackness, or did you just do this when you got to know Jumper and started grifting and trying to impress white people by, you know, talking down on other black people? That's really my question. But yeah, I really can't argue with that. Measure Man, appreciate the 5. Remember, Flakko said we are gatekeeping a word and suppressing the white man. Suppressing a white man is crazy. You know what? I forgot to bring up the fucking White Lives Matter. Oh, I'm going to kick myself. I forgot to bring up the White Lives Matter clip. I really wanted him to answer that, where he said he agrees with White Lives Matter because white people are being oppressed. Hold on. I just want to see something real quick. I completely forgot that. Damn it. I completely forgot that. That man said White Lives Matter. Oh my God. Is this the one? Hold on. Let me see if I can add to stage.
Right? Yeah. Just by suspecting something.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
Some white folks calling the police just when they suspect something, bro. Only Negroes, yo. Only Negroes support crime.
Praising them.
These people believe that this country belongs to white folks, that this is a country for white folks and by white folks.
Just in case you didn't see my video, this is how he talks about white people.
Should he be proud to show off that white face?
Yeah.
That good white skin? That beautiful, you know, white skin saying, yo, white lives matter. Yo, listen, I have white friends, you know, I'm seeing that right now it's tough on white folks. They can't really say too many things. They're being oppressed. Freedom of speech is being taken away. Yo, white lives matter because I rock with my white friends. I got no problem. The good white man look him and you know, and like in his eyes and say, yo, 104 years plus 200.
He said the good white man. He sounds like Uncle Ruckus right now, verbatim.
Ain't no nigga that close to white man business and still starving. Meaning this, right? Even the niggas with the most integrity who don't trust the good white man.
You can literally close your eye. The good white man is insane. If he was saying that same stuff or talking about Nancy Grace, that is crazy work. That man said white people are being oppressed. Get the fuck out of here. Kevin Terrell, appreciate the 5. Nick is a cult leader in modern day. Big facts, and his groypers are deep. That's the other thing. Like, your platform and promoting, saying you look up to somebody like Nick Fuentes. Like, that dude is, I'm not even going to get into it. Point and shoot. I'm sorry, I did not get to you during the live. It was so many super chats. Point and shoot, big shout outs to you, man, because you were the one that had all of this footage, that put it all out, that made us all aware of the anti-blackness and all the other crazy racist shit that he was saying all that time. So big shout out to Point and Shoot. I'm so sorry I didn't get to you while he was still here. Appreciate the 50. Why did Jala remove his collaboration with Chud the Builder from his channel? It's one of the great mysteries. Can y'all tell me about that collaboration? I only heard randomly that Chud kind of embarrassed him on that live stream, I guess it was, but y'all let me know. 17th Love, appreciate the 5. Flakko just really doesn't want to lose his fans, aka money. Big aka money. A lot of that has to do with money. I think that's what all of this boils down to. A star A3L, appreciate you again. Appreciate the 50. Uneducated is no excuse for anything in 2026, my guy. You saying that defines your negligence to being a spokesperson for anything. Agreed. How can you admit that you've been uninformed and you were talking about all this stuff, but now people are supposed to trust you being informed when you literally built a whole platform being uninformed? Everyone knew who Stephen Miller was and what he represented back then. Those emails from Stephen Miller that I was talking about, they came out in 2015. Like, people knew. The code switching for money is obvious. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I am with it. 17th Love, appreciate the 5. Flacco just really doesn't want to lose. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I already read that one. My bad. Olu Graphics, appreciate the 5. Anti-blackness mostly comes from those who run in the immigration classes in the U.S. They tell those coming in who run the immigration classes in the U.S. They tell those coming into the country to stay away from blacks. I've heard that before. You know, it's so weird because I have friends that are, you know, Caribbean or wherever they're from in whatever island, and I've never had no anti-black issues with them. It's never been anything but love. But when you know, run into people like Poetik Flakko who are super anti-black, you definitely get where the tension comes from between Black Americans and other Black people from around the globe, especially if they're displaying anti-blackness the way he was on a platform so big. It's crazy. Kevin Terrell, appreciate the 10. Can you at least respect the fact that 2 Black men can have a conversation instead of just taking sides and hatred? What happened to listening and coming away with a new perspective? I hope everyone came away with a new perspective, including Poetik Flakko. I don't know how. I'm going to have to digest this. I'll probably make a video about this tomorrow or the day after. I'm going to digest this conversation and see how I really feel about it. Again, there was a lot of apologizing, which I guess you give credit for, but is that accountability? That's the question. You know what I mean? What changed? I still wasn't able to pinpoint what exactly changed and what timeline it changed. It was very vague whenever that came up. But James Jaswalin, forgive me, I can't read. I'm sorry, y'all. Appreciate the 20. Poetik Flakko is consciously moving away from white supremacist ideology, acknowledging he was wrong and uneducated, and trying to uplift Black people. We should support that growth, not push him away for his past mistakes. I think the main thing that everybody was asking for was accountability. He didn't address any of this, and even in the apology video that he made it about being a conservative, which he said was in response to a singular comment that he got on the live stream. That's people's issue. So if he's addressing it now, we view this live stream with me as addressing it, taking accountability and moving on, then cool. I think everybody just has to make up their own minds about how they feel about this. I think that's it. I'm not underscore from 63rd. Shout out, appreciate the 5. Ask him about why he said Black mamas in the hood should be erased. What? I'm so sorry I didn't get to some of these super chats earlier on, man. It was a lot happening. I never knew he said that. No compassion or relatability to African Americans. I very much dislike that. Again, man, y'all know I'm a father. I got 4 kids. I got 2 daughters, 2 sons. I'm very protective about Black people, about Black women. I don't fuck with stances like that. I just don't. So I apologize for not seeing that earlier, because I definitely would have addressed it with him. Yeah, I don't rock with that. CN Roberson, appreciate the 5. What has actually changed? You said you were okay with grifting us. That's the point. If you say you're okay with grifting us, if you admit that you're willing to sell your soul, what actually changed? Is any of this genuine? That's the whole point. That is the crux of this whole conversation, for real. Again, Urev Corden, appreciate the 5. He's still here going back and forth, tap dancing, tiptoeing, just nah. I tried to make this conversation as digestible as possible and to keep it moving and to make the points that I had to make and for him to address the things that he had to address. Again, I hope I did an okay job in your eyes. Yeah, it wasn't the easiest conversation to have. Temple Siege brother 4954, appreciate the 10. The grifting is obvious. He isn't even intelligent enough to cover up the pivot. There's no ideological consistency to his positions except white supremacist talking points and money. I think that's well said. I don't even have anything to add to that. Big Mizzy Mike, appreciate the 2. Unfollow this clown. Again, you know what? I will take a second just to see Social Blade real quick and to see if it's possible. Social Blade. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. I just want to see if anything changed from yesterday or Sunday. I can't remember when I made the video. I don't be knowing when I be talking, y'all. Poetik Flakko. Let's see. Okay, so it hasn't updated. So it hasn't updated for Monday yet, but it still says for Sunday. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess y'all can't see this. Let me see if I can make it share screen. My bad. Give me 2 seconds. I just want to show y'all the social blaze so y'all can see what I was talking about when I was referencing him losing people. Social blade. Oh my God, somebody's upstairs cooking and it smells so good. Where's social blade? You know what? I'll just do it over here. I had point and shoot up because there was something I wanted to say about point and shoot. But again, just shout out to point and shoot. You did an amazing job, like putting us on to all of this. Because again, most of us didn't know that this was happening. God, why is it so small? Can I make this bigger? Let me see. Okay. So when I was saying he was losing followers, again, it's super small. And I'm very sorry about it. But on Sunday, he lost 1K followers, 1K subs. Monday hasn't updated yet, but I would assume the trend would continue based on the comments in his own video and how people are really feeling about this right now. Because this is not like isolated to this chat specifically. People aren't fucking with his content based on what's been exposed. Clumsy Hero, appreciate the 5. We want you to stop associating yourself with our community. I think a lot of people agree with that sentiment. Okay, I'm almost done. I swear I'm almost at the bottom so I can talk to y'all. Shay, appreciate the 5. Preached you. I did my best again, man. I hope I did okay in y'all eyes. Ill21, appreciate the 5. If Flakko wants to do right, he should stop uploading 20 videos a day with AI thumbnails talking about black drama. Demonetize his channel. He won't. I don't even know if it needs to be that extreme to take accountability. I simply would go and address every single point I made so nobody can use it against me, address it once and for all, and get back to helping the community if that ever really happened. Lakia 1015, appreciate the 2. I'm sick of him lying in our faces and ears. I wanted to have this conversation because I felt like it was a lot of playing in our faces before. I feel like at least we know where things stand now. Hella Bay 23, appreciate the 5. His apology was a reaction to the outrage, not a reflection of a changed heart. That was my other point. He didn't start addressing any of this until he started getting called out. Therefore, how genuine is any reaction at this point? You know what I'm saying? By the way, you know, I fuck with y'all because I've been up since 5:30 this morning. I went to the gym this morning, hit the sauna, been up working all day, editing all day. And then I got the DM from Flakko about having a conversation. We scheduled it, got everything ready, and we're here. So I'm beat. But we're going to finish getting through these chats. Sporo, appreciate the 5. Where did his Chud collabs go? Y'all keep saying Chud collabs. What did I miss? Did he really collab with Chud the Builder? Was it one singular live stream or was it like multiple videos? I'm so confused. I was not in the loop on that, so I apologize. Young Gone 1985, appreciate the 10. In the 2000s, I don't even know how to say that. Shank Uger, excuse me. TYT founder was beaten protesting. Eliana Gonzalez, a child Cuban refugee remaining in the U.S. As a staunch conservative, he evolved. Let's give this brother breathing room. I mean, he has breathing room. He's going to keep making content. He has a huge following. So again, he's not going to like disappear or fall off the map or stop making content. There's going to be an influx of new viewers that don't know about any of this drama, and he's just going to keep rolling. But I think for the people that are aware, that do know about this and what's happening, made their decision on whether they're going to rock with him or not, you know, that doesn't even have anything to do with me. That's everybody's own individual, you know, feelings about this situation. Terry Hughes, appreciate the 2. He's trying to hurry and rush past this. I don't know what this is because I'm, you know, late getting to these super chats. But again, I hope I held his feet to the fire as much as possible without making it like a super contentious conversation, because I didn't want it to be us arguing back and forth or anything like that. Sauce Man Simpson, appreciate the 2. Jew, that man was lying to your face. I promise you. I'll take y'all word for it. I will take y'all word for it. Sonic Boom 324, appreciate the 2. He said, bro, brother, brothers. 71 times. I'm gonna tell y'all how dumb I am. Every time I heard brother, I just heard Hulk Hogan. Anytime I hear somebody say brother, I be hearing Hulk Hogan. But yes, he said bro a lot of times. He did. Zeno Zero, what up? What up? What up? Appreciate the 5. Whole time I was like, nah, I don't believe it. Yeah, I think a lot of people probably feel like that. Rev Corden, appreciate the 5 again. Thank you for holding him accountable. Again, I hope I did my part. That was the purpose of all of this. Clumsy Hero, appreciate the 5. We don't want him here. I love y'all. Have I told y'all I love y'all today? I hope y'all are having it's today Monday. I hope y'all are having a good Monday. I hope this stream was a bit of entertainment and learning. We moved it up so it wouldn't be that late, so y'all can still get to bed on time. I'm just going to get through these super chats real quick as I can, and then talk to y'all for 2 seconds. Dude was disingenuous as hell. Super Troid 009, appreciate the 2. I mean, yeah, I think a lot of people feel like that, honestly. Sorry, Trophy. Appreciate the trophy. Appreciate the trophy. A star. I probably never said your name right, and I'm so sorry. Appreciate the 20. After this Nolan Grift is done, what's next on his part? Because he stated he's about his money. Curious. Now you're so-called speaking for the Black community, even though you're a drama merchant. How does that work? Again, I think everybody has to make up their own mind about what they want to indulge in content-wise, what channels they want to support, if it's best for the Black community or not, based on that content and the person and what they stand for and their history. I'm not perfect at all, but I've never been anti-Black. I love Black people too much for that. Just Leah Thoughts, appreciate the 5. He's sorry he got called out and caught, not genuine reflection on his own. I think that was the part for me, the lack of genuine reflection or addressing any of this on your own. Like if this was coming out, I would have just addressed it as quick as possible. But again, he reached out to me, he DM'd me, I DM right back. We had a little chat conversation and we scheduled it. So y'all didn't miss any of the steps in the process. He and I didn't talk before we hopped on stream. He joined the thing, I joined the thing. We said what's up, and then we went live. It was literally 2 seconds. So y'all didn't miss anything. I'll take him over Gideon. Gideon was letting that white dude, what's his name, Alex Rosen, call him the N-word and spam the N-word around him. I don't know, man. I don't like no ruckuses. Jay Monday, appreciate the 5. How much them good old boys paying Flakko to look this dumb on live? Is that how y'all took it? Did he end up looking dumb on live? I don't know. I was in the content. I couldn't see how he was looking. Y'all got to let me know. I hated 11. Appreciate the 20. 0% forgiven. Anyone who says they didn't understand racism is wrong at any point. Anybody that says they didn't understand racism is wrong at any point is full of shit. I concur. I never had to grow up to realize being racist or anti anybody was wrong. Even if you through childhood you have jokes, whatever. But by the time you get to middle school, high school, you know what's what. So Terry Hughes, appreciate the 2. She was 17, Flakko, 6 months from 18, right? Again, I didn't even address those because I'm not real well read on that topic. I know videos have been releasing like today, actually, about these allegations. I'm going to go watch videos after this to see what's going on because I don't know. I don't genuinely speak on those things, but yeah, he might have some answering to do. Antoine Henry, appreciate the 20. He's on probation in my book. We have to keep in mind he is not American Black, so he doesn't understand the way we see things. So he doesn't understand the way we see things. Just like if we went overseas, we wouldn't understand them as well. I definitely agree, right? But I've been to many countries in Africa, a lot. Like I've been to a lot of countries in Africa. I've never gone over there disrespecting the native people there. If I went to any country, I purposely would seek out Black people and try to be around them or have a conversation with them. It was the exact same thing when I went to Paris. I found a Black designer out there. He was super cool. We kicked it. He gave me a gift. I purposely would try to link with Black people to understand what they're going through, their plight, what's going on in their country. And I would never shit on anybody Black in their own home. It's just crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. Like that whole stance of shitting on the Black community and attacking Black people and calling us Negro and all of that. It's crazy to me. But again, everybody got to make up their own mind about how they view this. Ad Coleman, I think I said that right. 3624, appreciate the 5. Why he keep calling people criticizing him trolls if he was just assuming that people were aware That's the thing, right? Saying that you don't watch videos that are criticizing you because they're troll videos, even though there are valid criticisms, means you're avoiding accountability because people are calling you out and not trolling you. I get there are probably channels on YouTube that do troll, that do just put up videos saying whatever. But if there are valid criticisms in those videos, they're not trolling you, they're calling you out. So badass love, appreciate the 5. You guys expect these, I don't say that word, but you guys expect these to have loyalty to foundational Black Americans. I'm not a Pan-African, so I'm not offended or surprised. I get that stance. I get not being offended or surprised, but I guess for me, it's somebody with a platform that big, with the reach that he has, putting out as much content as he has, getting followers by the day. These things should be addressed, whether you're surprised or not, whether you care or not. These narratives need to be addressed and corrected, which is why I made my videos. Killer Rounds 45-7, appreciate the 2. Bro said the same stuff when he left Pan-Africanism. Did he? Again, I missed these eras and these phases, man. I did. Aaron, appreciate the 2. Can't trust Jala. Again, everybody gonna have to make their own decisions. I want to see how this goes. I mean, I'm just a fan of content creation in general. I assume he's just going to keep putting out videos, keep putting up content, just keep it rolling, keep it moving, and never address his stuff again. That's my assumption. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. Kuraku Kami, I think I said that right. Inc. Appreciate the 5. If he addressed this on his own without people having to call him out, I would be more inclined to believe him. Same. If you took the initiative to know that this was out, to know that this content resurfaced and you addressed it on your own, I would respect that a lot more than having to do it as cleanup. You know what I'm saying? Like it just takes away the genuineness, for real, in my opinion. Boss Mac, I'm sorry. Somebody's making food. Give me 2 seconds. I'm starving. My bad. To be honest, you're right about Flakko, but he did pull up to get cooked. None of them anti-Black or conservatives would ever do that. I'm gonna give bro a second chance. Anything after that, babe? I smell food. Did you cook? Yeah. Can you please bring me a plate? I'm starving. I'm trying to get through these super chats, but my stomach is growling like hell. Thank you. I love that woman. So you know what? I give Flakko credit for reaching out to me in the first place. I give Flakko credit for joining the live, for having this conversation. He saw my video. I'm sweating now. He saw my video. He had to know how I felt. He had to know how this conversation would go to an extent. So I give him credit for that, for being willing to have the conversation, for sure. Not much credit past that, but for being willing to have the conversation. Star A3L, did I say that right? Appreciate the 5. Anyone know what Black charity or fund Flakko has donated to? That Chubb money he got would be a great start to a follow-up apology. That Chubb money is in his bank account, bro. That Chubb money is in his bank account. It ain't going nowhere else. Ill Cup 1, appreciate the 10. I discovered him once the Chud stuff started popping off, but how many people have we seen use us to back money and really feel this way? Love to watch you stand on business. You know, the grift is crazy because people know that the Black community is kind of like open to supporting people that represent us. And I think we got to stop doing that to an extent, man. We got to be very selective in who we support, know people's history and all of that, because that's, you know, it's a really good comment. How many people came to him from the Chud the Builder saga? And again, they have no clue of this, for real. Better Worth 7, appreciate the 5. If y'all forgive Flakko, y'all forgive anything. I mean, in my opinion, once I know how somebody feels about me or my people, I'm kind of good. But again, I'm not telling anybody what to do. Y'all do what y'all feel is best. Y'all know where I stand. The raccoon grift dried up, and we need to refuse to be his plan B. I mean, Rocket Skates 3004, appreciate the 5. It is currently more profitable to be on the left and pro-Black. I don't know the current landscape. It's a mix, right? You have huge platforms that are super anti-Black. You have the Hodge twins. You have the Cartier family. You have Anton Daniels, you don't have to sneak around, babe. Come around. Come. She would never be on camera. Oh my gosh, no. Thank you. I'm not gonna eat this in front of y'all, but I'm like legit starving. You know, you of course have Candace Owens, who have huge platforms by being anti-black, but there's also a whole lot of money in standing for that attacked and oppressed community, because people are going to gravitate to your content and support you, especially if you're going against those big platforms. So yeah, there is definitely money in what Flakko is doing. Devil's Tales, I just appreciate the 10. Thank you so much. Xavier Foster, appreciate the 5, but I don't even know if we will accept him changing though, or at least that what it seems like, especially with your video about Funny Mike. I didn't see that video about Funny Mike, but I will go watch it. I mean, I'm gonna watch content when I get off stream because I need to know what's going on. Okay, I'm almost done. I swear I'm almost done. Are people still super chatting? Why are there so many? What the hell is going on? Bridget Shelton, appreciate the 10. He don't care about offending FBA. For anybody that doesn't know, it just means Black American. He doesn't care about offending Black Americans. He cares about the bottom line, that paper. I'm side-eyeing O'Shea Duke Jackson for helping him build his channel, knowing his history with no jumper beforehand. I mean, that's a valid point. That's a valid point. That's a very valid point. Them YouTube checks must be nice for him to be coming out to somewhat address this stuff. That man is getting money. I think he could see his bag being affected if he didn't put a good foot forward and at least address this, especially with, the videos that I did getting traction the way they did, British Shelton, appreciate. Oh, I'm sorry. I just read that one. Devil's Sales, appreciate the 2. In 2019, 2020, he was in the Umar sector, then flipped. Really? So he was on the Umar side, flip from Umar to being MAGA, then flip back to being anti-MAGA, anti-Trump. Very interesting. I didn't know about any of these pivots. The Naughty Bear, appreciate the 5. Very disgusting, unpoetic. Cracko is full of bear shit. Appreciate you. Supreme Troy 009, appreciate the 5. Dude was disingenuous as hell. He gave a fake apology just to look good and dipped. No remorse at all. Do y'all think he was remorseful or genuine for any of the apologies? Oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna thug it out. I'm gonna get through these super chats. Fulcrum C5968, appreciate the 5. This man reminds me of when Gangsta tried to convince everyone he ain't gay. That's my favorite Boondocks episode. That and the R. Kelly one. Shay, appreciate the 2. Can you explain why you feel this convo had to happen? I feel I think I explained it already. I think when there are narratives out there, when there are people with big platforms and big reach out there that are saying or have said negative shit about Black people, false shit about Black people, perpetuated racist white supremacist narratives against Black people, it needs to be addressed, which is why I made my videos. And when he reached out to me, I was more than willing to have the conversation because I knew how I would carry it, which is how I carried it. And I think it was beneficial for us to address things the way we did. So I know a lot of y'all weren't happy with the conversation being had, but again, I feel like I represented y'all as best as possible. Badass Love 10, Tariq Nasheed called him out years ago, and he invited Tariq on his show to explain to him why his perspective was anti-Black American, only for him to go on and continue to disrespect us. Completely unaware that happened. I mean, it's kind of not surprising if he flipped multiple times, Midwest the best 3967. I appreciate the 5. He was doing a lot of stuttering. he addressed that too. A-Star, appreciate the 2. Right, brother. Yes. DBE 427777, appreciate the 5. Found him during the Kendrick Aubrey battle. Basically, he's not like us. Damage our community. He learned that mentally from his father. That was my question as well. Like, where did the anti-Blackness come from? I didn't get a very good answer, but he said he felt like he was never anti-Black to start with, which in my mind means you were raised with anti-Black sentiments that you carried into adulthood and maybe learned the difference. But if he never felt like he was anti-Black to start with, he was definitely anti-Black. So that says a lot in and of itself, in my opinion. Badass Love 5. And I want to make it clear, Nasheed was very respectful when he went on his show to explain why his perspective was disrespectful. I believe it. I didn't see that myself. My mom just texted me about Kanker, what the guy's name was from the Young Turks. So I guess she was correcting something that I said. Hey, mom. Young going 1985, hearing things he said in the super chat, he lacked enough education about conservative ideas to articulate reasonable and respectful opinions. Let's see, what do we got left? I am so hungry. As a Haitian, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you too. I appreciate all my people from around the world. If y'all saw my demographics, you would be really surprised. Like, Black people is strong in the Jew Almighty community. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I do my best for y'all. 2006 GLG, appreciate the 5. Thanks for standing on business, young man. My pleasure, doing my best. I appreciate y'all again for even rocking with me, for being willing to hear me out and join this conversation and participate. Thank y'all so much. Mike 4282, appreciate the 5. Salute to you, bro. I'm glad my people is now getting on code with this. Let's keep on his ass. Appreciate you again. Appreciate the support. Jew, great job, my guy. Seriously appreciate this. Thank you so much. Again, I had this conversation because I felt like it needed to be had, and I did my best with it. Jew Almighty be a G and played the clip of him talking about the white skin. Did I? I did it before you even asked. Did I play the white skin one? Did I? I think I did, right? Which one did I play? I did play the white skin one. Yes. He said he was playing a character, basically. Appreciate the 10. Appreciate the 10, Coyville. JT000, I'm not reading no more. Everything is a blur to me. Appreciate the 10. He did a video refusing to respond to Point Shoot, saying he's getting too much money to address haters and that hate pieces don't work in 2026. This was all like a week ago. Hey, it was all good a week ago, right? 81 Super J, appreciate the 2. Damn it, I missed the debate. Sorry, man. Hey, I appreciate you being here and supporting. You can watch it back. I'll keep it up. I won't do the members only for this specific debate, and I'll probably make a video about it. We'll see. I don't even know if I recorded this, to be honest with you. FBA Cointel Pro, appreciate the 5. Everybody's, has their own opinion. Respect everybody's opinion as long as it's respectful. True Kissame, appreciate the 2. It's no on the Flakko box 2,500 for me. Somebody else got to address that. Lakia 1015, appreciate the 2. Just for the love, I love that woman. Oh, thank you. I'll do my best. Fly type of guy, appreciate the 5. Last vid from Flakko I watched didn't give me much. Did he take accountability for the past? I might be late. He addressed the past. I don't know if anybody views that as taking accountability. Bruh, does Jew's barber fade his eyebrows? I don't go to a barber because they cost too much. Appreciate the 5, Kevin Terrell. I cut everything myself. I get my hair twisted like once a month, every couple months, and then I shape up everything myself because my barber went from charging like $25 to like damn near $60 in the span of a month and a half, and then I stopped going and grew out my hair. Legit. Croyville 10, he's learned and grown, but he's also going to learn and grow from it. Which is it? That's a very, 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 very good point. Papa Mac 127, check your email. I will check my email when I get off after I eat this food that's about to be cold, but I got you. Appreciate the 10. A star, I'm never saying your name right. I apologize forever. A star, appreciate the 10. Jew, from your perspective, what do you believe is next for him? I think I answered that. He's just going to keep rolling. Like, his platform is way too big. You know how they say banks are too big to fail? His platform is too big. He's always going to get new people coming in watching his videos, especially at the rate that he puts out videos. Flakko will keep rolling. He'll be fine. We'll see if he's genuine about the things that he said about addressing and changing. If he wasn't, it's going to show in his content, especially if he pivots again to shitting on black people again. We're going to see it. But that's what I think. That's definitely what I think. I think he's going to keep rolling. Let me see. Anything else? Okay. Kevin Trail, appreciate the 5. This is my last one. I hear the composure in your voice. You did great, man. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate it. Like, I'm not even joking or anything like that. I really do appreciate it because I took this very seriously to start with. I know the stage fright was challenged live in person. Appreciate this, bro. Thank you. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for being here. Legit. My stomach just growled again. Your food is going to get cold as fuck. F him and talk to your people so you can wrap it up. Okay. My food is legit already cold, but I appreciate you for caring about me. Gorgeous Vet 88, appreciate the 10. Thank you so much. Let me see. I got like 3 left. We're going to get through these supers. Peace, So Fly Lyric. Did I say that right? I don't know. Please forgive me if I said it wrong. Appreciate the 5. I think it's so funny how scared people get because boycott is Black Americans' middle name. Black boycott American. I think that's right. And I think we've been standing, on the same code, standing on business when it's come to a lot of this stuff. So I'm proud of us as a people, especially recently with how we've been together with a lot of things and on code. Bad applesauce, appreciate the 5. There's much more money on the right for a Black person than on the left. He must just have been bad at it to make that pivot to pro-Black. Yeah, I mean, I think the platforms on the right are huge, especially if it's a Black face saying anti-Black stuff with racists in their comments agreeing with them. Those platforms are definitely huge. But if you look at what Flakko has done with his content, with being like the leading figure on the Chud the Builder content, he's carved out a nice niche for himself to make money with this. You know what I'm saying? So Simone Style, appreciate the 2. I really want him to address the racism directly. I don't know if that ever happened. I think we did as much as we could on the conversation. Bad applesauce, appreciate the 5. As I said before in the chat, Liberians generally have a bad attitude toward Black Americans because of how Liberia was founded. I will go do my research on Liberia. I'm not too hip. I know it's West Africa right there by Sierra Leone, and I think Ghana is like a country or 2 over. I think Benin is over under Ghana or to the right of Ghana. So I will go do my research to see how they were founded. Maybe that gives more insight into this. I'm sorry I didn't do it before. I apologize. Okay, that's the end of the supers. I appreciate everybody for super chatting, man. I appreciate y'all so much. I really do. We got 3,000 chats. Let me just see if there's any questions y'all want for me to answer. Anything y'all got for me. Oops, let me take that off. My bad. All right, I'm in the chat. Anything. I see a bunch of. Okay, god damn, this shit is moving too fast. KB online. Go eat with your beautiful fan. We appreciate you. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take that as a hint. I'm going to read one more just because I saw this come in. Everybody's telling me to go eat. Y'all are bullying me. Stop. Stop bullying me. Rubbers PvP, thank you, Jew Almighty, for posting my comment about him saying the beautiful white face and skin thing. I was trying to remind you of some points to confront him. Thank you so much because that really... I almost forgot it. It stuck out to me. So I appreciate you for even putting that back up on the radar, man. All right, look, y'all are bullying me. I'm going to go eat. I appreciate y'all for joining the stream. I appreciate y'all for rocking with the content. If you're not sub, please make sure you do. I try to get out videos every day. Try to get out videos as much as I can on the second channel. But again, I appreciate y'all, man. I hope I did good. And be blessed, man. Peace out. I appreciate y'all. That is the end of the stream. I promise. Thank you. Bye.